All right, welcome back to Dan Scott Traders Up. Yes, good morning everyone. Good morning. I hope you guys are good. Let me know where you're watching from, where you're streaming from, and I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for joining, and as usual, you know the drill. We start with a prayer and then get started. So without any further ado, let's pray and get this thing going. Father, we give you praise, we give you all the honor. Thank you for today. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your loving kindness. Thank you that we're back here for yet another session, episode number 259, Lord. Thus far that you've brought us, oh God, this far that you brought us, oh God. It is a great opportunity to be doing this, and of course, by your guidance and by your will, Lord, we're here, Lord, for your goodness and for your loving kindness. As we do this, Lord, as we get into the charts to look at the setups, to look at the entries we will take today, be with us, give us that knowledge, give us that wisdom, and of course, good setups to make money today. We love you and we bless your name. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right. Good morning, Julius. I see you already here. So, without any further ado, guys, you know the drill. Yesterday we took a lot of time on this session, so I don't want to take a lot of time today. I hope when I'm taking that a lot of time like that, you guys are picking something, one or two, that can help you, or you are getting what to learn from it. Crash, as I keep on learning also. Crash 500. Let's start with that today as usual. So crash 500, let's see. All right, so this one, yesterday we made a gain and a loss. They've been manipulating this for so long. But I think here it was my mistake. I was hyped up by when price reacted to that OB on M15 after giving us that small change of character. I was hyped up, ready to sell, but the guys showed me that I should have actually, this was my loss. I put it on me because I should have waited for price to be below this 10 MA, but when it reacted there just like I wanted, I was timing a sniper entry. So I made entries, and even the VIP guys, so we lost that. But the good thing is our stop loss was right there, so we did not lose much. Our stop loss was right there for that kind of trade, so we did not lose much, but yeah, it was a loss. So it was my bad there that I didn't wait for price to be below my 10 M, and that's how those guidelines keep haunting you if you fail to work with them, if you fail to get disciplined and follow them once you put them. All right, so now for today we can now look at, yesterday we wanted a sell to come to this fair value gap, which is an H4 fair value gap, before it goes all the way there, but it failed to come back. And what happened is it reached the TP level that we had already anticipated, which was that trend line on H4, actually on daily time frame, on that very pennant. And now we see that buyers are still having the momentum. They're actually trying to break out of that trend line. So if they break out, then we continue. Remember the general analysis I told you, price will go there, either will give us a pullback again here, or it will break out. And apparently we can see that the day has started with a strong momentum to actually break out. So it means we might actually wait for, if this H4 candle closes above there, we might as well see continuation of buys. But remember, we currently don't have a break of structure. This is a higher high and this is a higher low. So in as far as we want buys to continue, we will see if it will actually break out. But if this H4 closes out, we might as well consider getting in with buys, because it will be a strong signal to show us it is breaking out of this pennant on daily time frame. So for now, it's no go for me. I'm not going to be having any business with it. In fact, I want to delete everything right here. This fair value gap is still valid for another time, but for now we don't need it. Let's see, yeah, everything right here, we delete everything right here, everything like that, even this now. According to H4, we should be getting this move that I've just deleted, this move from there, should be getting this move according to H4. So let's see, even daily, I think even daily we should be getting this move here, but we wait and see how this candle closes or what happens here, because if it fails to give us a new higher high, then you need to know that it can as well come down below for this downtrend, for this move according to H4 and daily time frame. So for now, don't do anything until this high is taken out. Until this high is taken out, that would be something to consider for the continuation of buys. So once it is taken out, then all you can do is wait for a pullback to test the breakout here on this resistance trend line, and then we can enter the buys to continue just like we need them all the way there according to weekly time frame. You know that that's what we need right there. That is a general analysis. All right, that's it for Crash 500. What can we do? Nothing. I don't want to trade something that is not clear on a higher time frame first. So let the higher time frame first figure things out before we can try to decide on what to do. All right, let's go to Boom 500. Boom 500. Hey Patrick, good morning. Boom 500. So, oh no, Boom 1000. Sorry guys, Boom 1000. So Boom 1000. Let's see. Yesterday we made money first, and then me, I was still holding. Then it took me out. Yeah, we made money on here when it reacted to this OB. Those who are on VIP and those who attended yesterday's session, you remember this was our move there. Then it came down, and again the buys came through, same OB. Just decided to, I think these guys saw that there was a lot of stop losses around it, then they came for it, and then buys came through just like we wanted in the first place. So of course all our TP levels were hit. All the TP, this was our TP level right here, right there. That was our TP level right there. It was hit perfectly, and then it continued to go into the buy move. All right, so that was yesterday. So let's now look at today. So that's a break of structure. This is another break of structure right here. Weird one, but yeah, it is a break of structure right about there. Now we have a higher high, tapping onto that target. Remember I told you this is where we know the price is going. Why? Because of the heads and shoulder that we had seen here. This is a head and shoulder, and our target, just like you see it here, it was from here. That is where we got it from, right about there, from the head straight to the neckline, and that is why we have it right there. And clearly you can see that it has been clearly hit right there, and after hitting it, we can see that today has we can see that the next H4, the previous H4 candle closed with a rejection from sellers. So whatever is doing now, we are likely to see a pullback. We only got one day, which was a selling day, ever since it moved from the neckline. As you can see, ever since it moved from the neckline, we only got one sell day. The rest of the days were buy days. It has been very bullish, as you can see it there. So for now, if I go back to the weekly, we had a change of character here, pull back there, then a break of structure here. We have a lower low. Now we should be having a lower high there to now drop down for a new lower low, according to the weekly, probably there. I don't know, we'll see about that. But for now, this is a break of structure, even though price reacted to this. So we have two options here: price to drop down to this and then give us that, the buy to grab the liquidity that was left back there, or price to break this support and continue all the way down below. Those are the two options that we have from this level. So for now, let's work with what we see. So according to H4, it's daily. We are looking for buys on daily is still looking for buys, but then H4 is looking for sells. So this is likely to be our first option, this one right here, this sell, then the buy according to daily. Okay, so having seen this, I can now go to H4 and wait for what? And wait for a reversal signal. All I need is a reversal signal to start selling on H4. These have already given us what we need, and I believe also this, we don't need it. So now we can delete that, delete this, we will use them later, not now. Yeah, I think we can also delete this if we have already used it, even that. So we don't need all that now. That has already hit our target just like we needed. So now we know that this is gonna come through. So how are we going to do this? Wait on H4 for the reversal. We have a higher high, so it's gonna look for a higher low. If I go to H1, it's already showing us some rejection from sells right here, from buyers right here, I mean, according to H1 and M15 right about there. So that tells us that it's gonna go back up, and then probably from there we will get to see the selling. But for now, I don't want to do anything. I will just wait. I want to wait for when it starts to sell from that level, then we can come in perfectly with this kind of a move to push us down all the way back to a certain level. Let's see which level. It can as well come all the way here, or it can come to that last OB on weekly time frame, then it goes back into the uptrend. But we have the levels, we have such a level on the daily time frame, which can be significant for us, for price to react back to before we can start the buys again. All right, so having seen all this, I will leave this on M15 and go to Boom 500. I hope my voice is clear, guys, and you're not missing anything that I'm saying. All right, so boom 500. Let's see. Now this one did what we anticipated, but I did not enter it. So this is the reason why I did not enter this. So our analysis, we wanted it to break here or to go up and then react back. So it did not give us the right shoulder just like we wanted, but it continued into making this kind of a consolidation in the channel there, I mean in the kind of chart pattern right there, and then later gave us a fake breakout above there on that level. That was our sort of like a TP level that I had put. So it was hit there, then clearly that was no break of structure. As you can see, our previous higher high was that, and then we didn't have any kind of a strong break of structure. Hence price started to drop down just like we needed. Started to drop down, and it broke the level that we had put. I told you I will sell when price breaks this level, and it did break that and then tested it. That is what it was. That is how amazing this setup was, and tested it. So that our entry, if I was to enter this, I would have entered this on M15 on this very candle right there. That is where my entry was. That is where my entry was. If I was to enter early, probably I would have gone to M5 and looked for this other one right there. But yeah, I normally use M15, and this one, no, M5 is here. On M5 this would have been my entry, on M15 this would have been my entry. So I missed this entry, but now we can talk about today. So yeah, all right, so let's talk about today. So first of all, let's go to H4. What are we seeing on H4? Okay, so yesterday I had even anticipated for the H4 move around there, then go back up there, then we drop down for a big sell move according to H4. So apparently price is below our 10 MA on H4, but it is not how it is getting some rejection from buyers. So we are likely to see buyers push all the way up there, just like we wanted, all the way back to that previous OB. So right now I can draw that H4 OB. Is it H4? That is H1. Around there, let's see H4. Yeah, around that level there. H4, then we drop down. Then we drop down for buys. All right, so now seeing that, go back to H1, delete this. Why should I delete it? I don't need to delete it. In fact, it's a level of influence, it's a level of confluence right there. So it is still some level that I can work with. It is not yet over for us to use. So looking at what I have on M15, I see buys coming through, prices above my 10 MA, and looking at what I have down below here, price reacted to that fair value gap after that buy move, after this candle on that buy move. So it has reacted to grab liquidity after this change of character right about there, after that change of character right about there on M15. So what do we do next? I believe buys are coming through in the next H4. The next H4 has just started. That H4 has closed with some kind of rejection from buyers. So, but remember, it is below our 10 MA, meaning sales are still strong. We only see one buy candle and then the rest have been sell candles. So that can easily tell you that we are likely to see more of sells than buys according to H4. But looking at what we have on M15, we might as well see buys before we see sells. Yeah, we're going to see buys, then we sell, Can we enter now? Since the new H4 has just started and this is the first candle of M15, I want to leave it. And see what it does. I want to leave it. So if it spikes above, then I can enter. But if it fails to spike and first goes down here, I will wait again until it goes above my 10 MA. But for now, it is a new H4 that has just started. That means I will not do anything now. I will just leave it. A V25S. Now, this one gave me a fake kind of entry. I did not share this one though. I entered on this move, then it took me out later, but in profits of course. And then we started to play games, but we wanted to buy from this level. When it came back here, I made my entries to go up. I did not even reach our TP levels right there. These were our TP levels according to M15. So now I can delete them. In fact, for now, delete them. So that is it. And what happened later is it broke out there as a fake breakout, then reacted back, and then later it broke entirely and went all the way into a downtrend. As you can see, it was today morning when it did that, and then consolidated. Now it is breaking out with a breakout structure right there, as you can see, and we are moving in a downtrend as we speak. So let's talk about today. I told you once it breaks, it's gonna come to this level. It's a conference area, and so far that's where we are. As we can see that we are on that conference area, and clearly if you look at H1, we are now oversold, sorry. So meaning we are likely to see some rejection from this level to push back up. Now if I'm on M15 is ready to buy, looking at what I have on CCI. If I am on H4, a new H4 has just started. So if it means it's gonna go there to give us a pullback, that means it's now trying to give us a wick. It's trying to create a wick first before it can continue, before it can change into buys. So what are we going to do? We wait. But looking at H4, yeah, actually we need buys. H4 needs buys. So whatever is there, I delete. And now wait for this wick to close. So the first H1 candle may be a sell, the next may be a buy. So for now, just hold on. It's gonna play games here until it gives us a reversal signal to actually push back all the way up, and then get in later with a clear sell move that we already want. Looking at daily time frame, we need sells, and that's the sell that we're already getting there. You can see the momentum, but H4 is not ready to sell. That's why we need to buy first and then later sell according to this level. But as I always told you, if it decides to break down, then you know that you have no option but to look for sells, because you're not a market maker. And remember, these are synthetic indices, meaning they are algorithm based financial instruments. So that means you cannot do anything if they decide to push price down below. There is an algorithm, you have to follow it. Otherwise you can't force it, you can't do anything. your money can't do anything here. Even if you have big money, it's run by an algorithm, and that means you have to follow what the algorithm decides. So for now, we wait for what is happening. I'm predicting the next H1. This H1 is likely to be a sell, and then after that we will come in with buys to start pushing for this kind of move on H4. That's what I'm predicting. All right, that's it. So let's now head over to V75. Today's market is a bit slow, we don't have any setups yet, so let's talk about V75. This one we made money. Those who are on VIP already know that we made money here. So how are you, Desmond? Good morning. So let's look at that. So this was the analysis yesterday. M15. I missed this setup. I missed this move, and those who remember, I'd given it to you. I told you it's gonna do that. Those who remember, this is where we were. It was actually an M5 kind of move. This was a change of character, and I told you price is gonna come in there or go to that LB and then drop down. So in fact, we first missed the M1 entry here for the buy while we were still on the session. On the live stream, we missed the M1 entry to push for the buy there, and then I later missed the M5 entry to push for the sell here, because that's what I had already anticipated. So it did that, and then played games here. I wanted to buy from there, but it was not I didn't get any entry, rather it dropped down, and this is where we got the entry right here. I think it was right here. My first entry was right here. Yeah, my first entry was right here for that, and then I moved out because I knew there was a resistance right about there. And so what came next was another drop down. This I didn't enter, but then I shared this signal with my VIP guys for that kind of a buy, and I told them at 11 we move out. So we moved out. I think those guys on VIP were able to make that money, of course. And then after moving out, look at what happened. It reacted to that. It reacted to that. It reacted to that and immediately dropped down for the downtrend. All right, so now all this we no longer need. We've already used them. They've already served us. We want to delete everything. All right, delete all this, even this. This one can remain for now because it is a support and also a resistance right about there. All right, this is a resistance up there. So what else do we need? Delete this too. Now let's drop to daily time frame. Let's look at it. Remember, we are continuing with buys. This is the analysis I showed you. We are looking for that kind of move. We are still buying, and look at the rejection coming in from buyers. Just came here, grabbed liquidity on that OB. I had already marked it. Those who were around yesterday, you saw this, you know what we did here. So now, yes, we are not seeing a significant break of structure, but that is a break of structure. And now this is this cannot be considered as a change of character because of that. Look at the wick coming from there. Yeah, so I can't consider this to be a change of character unless this current H4 candle actually pushes down again. But from that kind of a candle which is sort of like a flying dragon or whatever, I'm thinking of buys right there, but I need to confirm them. So let's now do this. let's now do this. I need buys on daily time frame, even though H4 still looks for some sells a bit. So let's go to H1. H1 needs some sells, okay, but it is above our 10 MA. Okay, M15 has given us a change of character into the buys. It's a bullish change of character, or a reversal signal. Now it has reacted there. It is likely to come back, and then we continue with buys according to M15. If I do that, yes, we are coming in with buys, guys. We are coming in with buys, though H4 is quite weird. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Personally, I'm going to wait. This is a change of character, and if I have a change of character, all I want is price to react around this level. After that change of character, this kind of a fair value gap right there, to come around there, and then I come in with my entries, or to come even all the way down. It can easily come even all the way down here, and then it gives us the entry sometimes. So the reason why I normally give these two is to be safe, not to be rigid and make an entry where it's not supposed to be on a level like this, on a level like that. So for now, please hold on to do anything. We have rejection coming in from sellers right there on M15 on those candles. As you can see, the current M15 is showing rejection from buyers, so that means there's a struggle here. We are likely to see some consolidation here, and then later it will drop to look for such a move, and then we can anticipate buys from here because of this change of character. I'm not going to anticipate any sells on M15 because I have this change of character, which is a reversal signal, meaning I'm going to be anticipating buys once the price comes back here. No sales because of that. All right, that's it for V75. We're going to be anticipating buys later, not now. It may take some time, having seen the momentum here and what buyers and sellers are struggling with. We are likely to see some consolidation, then we'll see a manipulation move like this, then a distribution later into the buys. J50. Oh, sorry, I did not write V75. We've been on V75. That has been V75. Now we go to J50. Apologies, guys. All right, so J50. Now it broke, so it gave us a break of structure right here yesterday, so I can delete this now. Gave us a break of structure and even a breakout here on that support resistance trend line, and now we see some perfect move of a downtrend. But as we clearly see, according to daily, we are now oversold. Looking at CCI and RSI signal down below. Now, the reason why that is, why it is what it is on daily time frame, is because of that level, of this level right here. It's a support level right there. It's a support. That's why we are seeing it as oversold on the CCI. But if we zoom out a bit, we clearly see that we are still going for the downtrend. We are still going according to daily time frame. If I go to H4 and zoom out, I will have another option to think about, and that will be buys from this angle, from this level, after seeing what I have seen on H4 zooming out. So what will I do? Let's go back to daily. We have our support, our resistance up there on the daily. So the buys are coming in on H4, even though we are not yet really seeing that. Let's go to H1. So on H1 we have a break of structure. On H1 we have a break of structure into the cells, same as M15, but with low momentum. Look at the candlesticks. Look at the candlesticks right there. So that this tells me that we are likely to consolidate and then later buy. So this is a no-go for me. There's nothing I can do here. I cannot do anything. I just have to wait. Remember, this is my break of structure according to daily time frame. That is a break of structure. So in as much as I want buys to go back there, they are likely not to go back all the way there. In fact, since it is a break of structure, I'm likely to see this like that, and then we get enough momentum to break this support and we continue down below. We're likely to see that. So for now, no business. No business. In fact, I see a fair value gap that was left right here. I see that. So price is likely to come for that, and then we later continue with a downtrend. All right, so that's it for me. I cannot do anything on J50. I can only wait. J25. Jump 25. Jump 25. It happened just like we analyzed, but I did not enter again. Remember, I had made an early entry right here, but it was my bad because I had failed to wait for M15 to be below my 10 MA. I had entered according to M5 and I was taken out because my stop loss was around here. My stop loss was around there, so I was taken out. And after being taken out, you can see what price did. I told you we had two options: price to give us this kind of move or to break out and continue with a buy, and that's what happened. It broke out and it continued with a buy, and just like that hit the target there, the first TP on that resistance level, and then after that it started to drop down again. So now all this we don't need. This we don't need. This fair value gap was disrespected, was not respected at all, and price has reacted to this confluence area right about there. So now we don't need this, we don't need that, and I do believe we don't need these two. That is a support, but we don't need it anymore. Do we need this? Yeah, it's a support and again a resistance area, so we can keep with it. Now price has reacted right here, and the new H4 candle has started as a buy. So are we going to see some buy momentum? I believe we are. So let's go to M15. M15, we currently have double bottom right there. We have a double bottom. All you want is a change of character right there. So if price breaks that level, you are in clear to wait for a pullback and make the entry on this asset. So my anticipation is breakout, come around that confluence area right about here, and then pull back either here or any fair value gap around there, whatever, but any pullback. So I'll just use like this. I'll just do like this, and then entry from here to go all the way up, and another entry around here on the fair value gap that it may leave around there. So this is how I normally wait for something like this. So for now, no business here, no business until price breaks that. We can't anticipate this. We are anticipating a breakout here to give us a change of character, then a pullback, then entry for buys to take us all the way up to even reach our TP level. This is where our TP level is. We are still buying this asset. We are still buying this asset. All right, so what else? That's it for now. No business. Those who trade jump 25, hold on to make any decisions yet. So let's now go to J10. Now J10, what you're seeing, the lines that you're seeing, those are those are for Fibonacci retracement tool, and it's quite a messy, but we made money on it yesterday. So I just want to first delete this fib and now show you. So yesterday, when, let me see. I think we made money right here. I was supposed to make more when it reached that was our first TP there, but you know, I had to bring my stop losses into profit, so it came and took me out there. I made another entry later after taking me out and moved out there when it started to play games, and later it went for the TP and then started to drop late night. But we made that money on the VIP, guys. Congrats to that, those who waited for that. Now, of course, you know the reason why we entered, because of all this. This is a change of character on M15 and then pull back here. So it had already given us already this move, then come back here. So we already knew that it's gonna continue with buys, and clearly you can see this pullback, normally the one I normally wait for, it came for that fair value gap. Same thing that we are waiting on J25. So all this happened, and now we can look at today. Delete all this, and now let's go to H4. So this is where this is the structure of H4, or the setup of H4 and daily time frame. So daily time frame, we are having this rising wedge. We know that it's likely to break out, and we continue with sales. That's what will happen according to daily. That's what we need. But when we go to H4, it's a different story. We got this kind of a flag, and within this kind of a flag, which is a current setup on H4, we actually have rejection coming in from both ends, from sellers and from buyers. And currently price is below our 10 MA. Why? Because the general trend on the daily time frame, we are looking for sales. That's the general trend. But on H4, we see this flag, and this flag clearly tells us that we should be looking for buys to push us right there. Then we can come in with sells. So if I zoom out here, I clearly see that there's no option to even continue buying according to H4. But if I go to H1, I think the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so I believe, looking at what we have already on H4, that was not there yesterday, I believe we are looking at more of sells than buys right now, even though we see this kind of a structure, which is a flag. So I cannot do anything here to sell right now. I can still hope for buys, but only if I see price go above my 10 MA on H4. If I'm to sell, I can only wait for price to break this level right there. In fact, not even that level, to break this level right there. If price breaks that level, then I can start to think of sells to take me all the way down according to daily time frame. But for now, there's no business with me here. There's no business for me here. So let's go to H1, and H1 is looking for buys, M15 is looking for buys, and it is above our 10 MA. And if I go back to M15, I see a change of character right about here. I see that kind of setup there. It's a change of character. That means price is gonna come down. It can easily come for this fair value gap right in there, and then continue with buys, or it can as well come for this OB and then continue with buys. So what do? I just wait. The That is what I do, always waiting, because trading is about patience, being patient for the move to come through as you anticipated. If it does not, then you know that you don't have a setup, you don't have a trade. So that is what I'll be anticipating on M15. So let's confirm this on M5. Yeah, M5 is gonna confirm it, as we clearly see. It's gonna confirm it. It's gonna confirm it. So all we need is this kind of move, and then we come in with buys. So but we have to wait. We have to wait. We have to wait. Let's wait and see what will come through. But for me, I have no business here. It's not confirmed yet on M5. It's not confirmed yet on M5. On M1 it's coming, so it's gonna be confirmed on M1, and then we get in on M15. It's gonna be confirmed on M1. All right, so M1 we're already selling. We are already selling. We are already selling M1. Yeah. So this is what I see on M1, something like that. Then it drops. Then it drops. So scalpers can anticipate something like this on M1, and then you enter the sell if you want to. For scalpers, for scalpers, for scalpers, only for scalpers. This is only for scalpers, those who love scalping, because I told you normally for any scalper you need to be knowing how to do a top-down analysis. This is a top-down analysis from daily time frame to H4 to H1 to M15 to M5 to M1, and then you look at that clean setup of what you need. So for now, no business here. It may go for that, or it may come for this, a fair value gap already on M1. So we know the drill, so let's wait for that. Then gold, of course, like I told you, it did what I had told you already, so you know the drill. I told you already. Those who remember who were here yesterday on gold, this was the accumulation, and just like Felix had told us that the NFP was happening at 4:30, it actually happened I think coming to 4, then at 4 we started to see that move breaking out of this accumulation, and that's, remember, this is our 4:30 right here. This is where we had a 4:30, and this is 4 right here when it broke out and it started to go all the way up. That was the manipulation move, and then after that it dropped just like I had anticipated. I told you it will again drop. So it dropped after that in news. After the news happened in the New York session, then it dropped, then it consolidated a bit in the Asian session, and now we've started the London session. It is playing games again, but we all know that the buyers are still very strong. So right now, congrats to those that followed this analysis and were able to make 1 or 2 entries to make some money. Now I don't need all this, I need to delete it. Delete also this for now. Now let's just go back to where all this is coming from. Now so we have this kind of consolidation happening on H4. In fact, on H4 we are sort of currently seeing like an accumulation of its own according to H4. we're sort of seeing an accumulation of its own. So this is what will happen because it is consolidating. This is accumulation of orders. It is accumulating orders. So this is what will happen. Let me show it to you perfectly so that you know this. When it happens, you remember that I told you this. So this will be the move. That will be the move. It is accumulating on H4, but then it will reach a point, it will give us this manipulation move, breakout right there, a breakout right there. Grab the liquidity according to daily time frame. That is the liquidity that we want above those highs. After grabbing that liquidity, then it will drop down to distribute, because we will be now coming in strong for the sales. Now just mark my word, if it happens, then you know that I told you so, and you know when to start making your entries. Remember, we are on gold. Sorry, I forgot to change. This is gold. So it's gonna keep on accumulating, and now that we see that it came here, went back, came down, went back, now it's likely to come down here according to the previous data that we've had on H4. So knowing that, we can go to M15 and wait for an entry. So it's likely to give us an entry later, meaning you can wait for price to react around that level, and then it gives you no, it won't, because this is not a break of structure, so we cannot use fib. We cannot use fib. We can only use the order block, I believe, around there. Price can easily go back there and then it gives you an entry for that kind of move. For that kind of a move. So for now, no business with this. If it does this, then I will be looking for the down move, for this kind of move on M15. If it fails and breaks, then it is having another point of interest right here where it will play games again, and that's it. But if it does go up there, it's gonna give me an entry to sell actually. So for now, no business with this asset. All right, I think that's it for today. Hope you guys had a great time with me. We are now going to do a recap and we call it a day. Let's do a recap and we call it a day. So we started with crash 500, and I told you this is still a bit hard for us. I told you if it doesn't break this level right there, then we will look at this move right here to sell back inside. If it fails to give us a break of structure right there, then we will look at sales, and apparently we are sort of seeing something like that. It is failing to break. The current H4 has started to drop down, but we cannot do anything because it is still above our 10 mm. We can only do anything about this when it goes back inside this this pennant. That is what we can do. When price drops down inside again, then we can start to think of selling, but as of now, no business. Boom 1000. All right, I told you this is likely to happen. Move there and then we can sell it later, but I cannot tell you to buy unless if we go to M15 and we have a clean move, but for now I may not do anything around here. I may wait for sales all the way there, or when it decides to break this level, but I'm more of waiting this than breaking out right now here. This is likely to happen than this one happening to break down here, so let's wait for that. Boom 500. What have we said on boom 500? Let's see. Okay, so we need price to get us there, and then we can start to sell. So no business here. it's still not having that momentum to do anything, so no business. I don't do this. I can't trade something like that. Price is below our 10 MA on H1, even on H4. So like I told you, it can as well continue to sell. Actually, it's likely to continue to sell, but we cannot sell now until price breaks this level right here, until price breaks this level right there. So I cannot do anything, but I can enter sales if price breaks that level. If it fails to break this level, then it will go fast up all the way up there, but that is no option for now. We cannot do anything because no confirmation yet. V25S, we need that or a breakout here. Whatever comes in first, we know what to do. We will come in with the entries, but according to daily time frame, we need sells. H4, we still need some buys. That's why this move is partially valid for now. It is a bit of valid, and clearly our H1 has started to see some rejection from buyers. Let's go to M15. All we need, remember I told you, all we need is a reversal signal on M15 for us to enter buys to take us right there. So if we see any reversal signal on M15 on this asset V25S, then we have ourselves a buy setup to push for that pullback. V75, it has failed to give us a pullback. In fact, it has gone ahead and continued, but that doesn't mean that I can enter now. I still have to wait for this pullback. Remember that I still have to wait for this pullback. So for now, no business. I have to wait for this pullback, and then I can make the decision to enter. So we wait. J50, yeah, we need that, then we can come in for more sales. So until then, if I don't see any reversal on M15, it's no business, and the market is too slow on J50. In fact, I may not even trade it today if it keeps like this. J25, we are sort of getting a breakout there, so if we get a breakout, that will be a no business for me, either for sales or for buys, because I wanted what I wanted will not be coming through. H4 is saying more sales. H4 is saying more sales. Okay, that's why it is still strong. Okay, so that's clear now. That's clear now. Okay, so we have a breakout there, M15. So all I can do is to wait for a lower high creation. Let me wait for the lower low and then a lower high, then I can enter more sales, because now we've seen even M15 is still selling. It's on H1 which wanted buys. So now we wait for a lower high, a lower low here, then we will anticipate a lower high creation, then we can get in with the sales. So for now, no business here. It's no go for me, since it has broken that support level. Since it is breaking the support level, I will wait for a pullback like that, then entry for the sales. Second last is J10, and J10 has done what we needed, and I believe we should be entering. This is M1. So according to M1, we can enter a sell, and this sell is going to be taking us either here. This will be our TP, our first TP there, then our second TP all the way down below here. So that is basically M1 kind of entry for scalpers. If you want to do so, then you can enter that. for scalpers. So it did what we wanted according to M1. This is where we were before when we started to analyze J10. We were here and I told you it's gonna go up and then drop down, and that's what it is doing right now as we speak. So it's gonna go there and continue to sell. All right, that is M1 for us. Lastly is gold. Remember, before I leave J10, we want buys from there, but this is just a pullback to get a clean entry on M15 to make buy entries. So this pullback is on M5 and M1 for the pullback there, and then we get in with the buys later on M15. So for now, if you can't enter this scalp move, this is for scalpers. If you can't do this, then you can wait for buys here or here. I've put my stop loss here, but it doesn't, my TP here, but it doesn't mean I can't change where to take my profits from. All right, so that's it. Lastly is gold. Gold, we need this kind of move and then we are in for the sell. I told you, according to M15, this is what we need, and then we're in for the sell. Can we confirm this? We were unable to confirm it on M5, but I think now we can confirm it. Not yet. So it's not yet ready to do this, but it will. It is going to give us a change of character or a reversal signal on this level right here according to M5, and then we will go for that buy move on M5, and then later we will drop down for the sell just like I told you on M15. But for now, wait. If you can wait for the buy, for the sell move, then you wait. If you're a scalper and you believe you can actually be able to grab this entry on M5 when it is ready, then you wait for that and you enter the buy, and then later you enter the sell. That's what is gonna happen, I believe, for now. All right, according to the analysis, I think we have exhausted everything. Let's now call it a day. I wish you guys a good day. Have a lovely trading day. Bye bye.
you.